I'm going to switch gears for a moment here to look at some other news happening right now. On Friday, campgrounds around the state of Oregon began to reopen, with more scheduled to open back up this month. Jo Niehaus is with Oregon State Parks. She joins us live this morning to talk about the process of getting these things back up and running for campers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So we want to talk with you about what is open right now and how the first weekend went.
Well, we have opened up some first come, first serve camping, especially out towards the mountain region, which is in central and eastern Oregon. They had some stormy weather this weekend, so it wasn't quite crowded, but we are looking forward to opening up some more parks come June 9th and perhaps a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah, I know there are dozens of parks kind of on the waiting list right now for the month of June. What's it going to take to be able to reopen some of those still closed campgrounds?
Well, we're looking at a number of factors, but mostly we're seeing if we have enough staff and supplies to be able to safely open and that we have the right protocols to keep our visitors and all of our staff safe. And the other factor that really matters is if the local community is ready to welcome additional visitors in. So some of those communities are a little bit hesitant, and if they are, we're not ready to open yet.
What are we seeing from hikers and campers? Are people being mindful of social distancing and being respectful in those communities where we are seeing camping now allowed?
We are seeing a lot of folks being mindful of the local communities. However, social distancing can be hard even when you're outdoors. So we're still asking people that if you're in a place that's crowded, even if you are outside, that you do bring a face covering just in case and use it if you need to. Make sure that you're keeping that physical distance when you're out there, about 6 feet or more, because when you're outside, it can seem like you have plenty of space out there, but there are a lot of people that want to get out on those hiking trails too.
Yeah, so Joe, I want to ask you, I think a lot of people think about camping as a good way to practice social distancing to kind of get out of the city or get out of some more populated areas. But when we talk about needing the resources to keep these campgrounds safe and clean, I think a lot of people just think about pitching a tent. They don't think about some of the other facilities and resources. What all is going into maintaining these campgrounds and keeping them safe right now?
Absolutely. So one of the main concerns that we have is with our restrooms and showers. There's a lot of high touch points all throughout the park, handles and rails, water fountains, etc. We are trying to figure out where are people congregating the most. Parking lots can quickly get crowded. There are Ventec machines that people use their fingers on. So we want to keep everything as hygienic as possible and safe, but at the same time, we're really excited to bring campers and hikers back into our parks as well.
Yeah, now I know for some of the campgrounds that aren't just first come, first serve, there is an online reservation system that's expected to be back up and running this month, I think. Are you announcing this week when that's going to be back up?
We'll be announcing either today or tomorrow if we'll be opening up reservations again this week, and it's starting to look really good.
Okay, well, Joe, we will certainly be keeping an eye on that, and we'll, of course, update everyone as we learn more. Thank you so much for being here and stay healthy.
Thank you for having us.